Hello, hello, and welcome back as my Redneck Rampage continues to go over about as well as the video game Redneck Rampage. In Perfidious, Pete plays XCOM 2. And if you ever had the misfortune of playing Redneck Rampage, then you have a pretty good idea what I'm talking about, because that game sucked a powerful amount of penis. It was basically a cheap reskinned Doom ripoff, except with just crappier level design and more chocked full of rural stereotypes and fart jokes than a Jeff Foxworthy stand-up set. And right about now you're probably saying, really, Pete, you're gonna start poking fun at Jeff Foxworthy? That's pretty rich coming from a man who spent all of last episode doing a horrifically culturally insensitive voiceover while also playing like an absolute piece of trash. Proving that, one, not only are you not funny and uncreative, but you're also kinda dumb. And you're not wrong, this is very much a pot calling the kettle black sort of situation, but I'm on tilt a little bit. So far this campaign is one mission in and we're already one casualty deep. We're 1 for 1. We're batting 1,000 in a category that we would definitely rather not be batting 1,000 in. And to further compound matters, one of our few soldiers that came back from the mission actually got promoted as a sharpshooter, and I'm gonna have to give her the old Yeller treatment. Elena Chepernova here got 3 kills on her first mission, which is remarkable, and I still am going to have to take her out to the woodshed and put a bullet in her brain. 1, because I'm pretty sure she has rabies from fighting off that bear, and 2, I'm not going to have any sharpshooters on this playthrough, because sharpshooters, I think, objectively are the worst class in XCOM. They're not good. In any situation where you have a sharpshooter, you would almost 100% of the time would you be better off to have either a ranger or a grenadier. I'm also, I don't think, gonna really go with any side troopers either, because I also sort of feel like side troopers really kind of powerfully underperform. So let's go pick up some new rookies here from these intact structures, which is good since we're 1 mission in and down 2 soldiers. Rookies are gonna be a very valuable resource for us.
Capabilities will help us search the area for clues or other resources. It's going to take some time, though.
Well, don't worry, Bradford, because this is the, legendary campaign, and time is one thing we've got on our hands since everything takes an eternity. Should be good. We picked up 4 fresh rookies. I'm relatively excited about that. Got Gunner Webb, Judy Webb. Wait. Do we have 2 Webbs? Were they siblings? We've also got a destroyed convoy, 7 days for some supplies. Yeah, we'll go check that out. It's nice to have things to do to keep busy. And really, I should probably get back to my rural Redneck Rampage thing, because you know what? Taken from somebody who's got a bit of a rural background here, I got sidetracked by doing stuff, but I really want to drive home a point about Redneck Rampage here. Like the heals in the game, it really was just like a worse version of Doom, and it came out 5 years, I think, something like 5 years after the original Doom. Its graphics were not better, its level design was absolutely terrible, and you did stuff like wandering around getting cheap whiskey and pork rinds for heals instead of your garden variety armors and med kits. And let me tell you something. As a man who knows a thing or two about the rural life, pork rinds and cheap whiskey, for one thing, if you've ever had quality moonshine, there's nothing cheap about it. 1, it's delicious. If you've had really good homemade moonshine, it's fantastic. It's a taste sensation. And if you haven't tried it, I recommend it. But to be able to make good quality moonshine that doesn't make people go blind from drinking it, it takes a considerable amount of skill. It's like an artisanal liquor. It's like one of those famous craft beers you would go pay way too much money for at a microbrewery, except to get you way, way drunker and, honestly, tastes better. And as far as pork rinds go, real hillbillies do not eat pork rinds like you would buy at a supermarket. Real hillbillies eat pork cracklins, or as they're also sometimes called, pork scratchins. Which, it sounds like a subtle difference, but it is nothing subtle about it. Because pork cracklins are to pork rinds what onion rings are to Funyuns. That's like the perfect analogy. I mean, the only thing they really have in common is that they have some of the same letters in the words for those. Pork cracklins are amazing. It's fried pig skin, which is crunchy, and it just feels good on your tongue and tastes a little bit bacony and savory, but then it's got these little, just delicious, effervescent globules of fried fat attached to them. You put them in your mouth, and your brain just immediately rewards you with a rush of endorphins. It's like, yes, this is a thing that I need inside my body, clogging my arteries as fast as possible. Give me more pork cracklings, please.
Work begins immediately, Commander.
They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. And
no
true redneck would ever eat pork rinds from a store. They just wouldn't do it. You might as well just eat a jar of salt. That's basically what store-bought pork rinds are. They're They're a salt delivery system that's vaguely crunchy, and you could achieve that same thing just with a bowl of salt and a spoon.
We'll have a better chance of finding openings to strike back
Anyway,
at Advent.
we've got a guerrilla operation here. This is not my first rodeo, Bradford. In this case, literally, I've been to a number of rodeos, and let me say, while I'm a big fan of some hillbilly things, like, for instance, pork cracklins and moonshine, not a fan of rodeos. They're dumb. They're dull. Maybe it's because I hate horses so much. I don't know. But watching somebody ride a horse around barrels and then throw ropes at calves that didn't do anything to anybody, or, you know, tie a big rope to a bull's testicles and yank on them to piss it off so it flops around, it just seems mean. I don't understand the entertainment value. It really just seems like you're abusing animals for your own entertainment, rodeo people, and I'm not cool with that. That horse never did anything to you other than be a big, giant, dumb horse. Arguably, it shouldn't exist in the first place because fuck horses, but still. What did that bull do to deserve to have a rope tied around its testicles and get him yanked on? Probably nothing. Cyrus Juglick, I'm taking you off the team. For one very specific reason. You are a true dyed-in-the-wool Juglick, and what I would like to have you do... Julie Olsen... Who do I want on this? You know, we could do Abigail Davies. What if we do like a femme fatale kind of thing here? 4 deadly ladies? I sort of like the looks of that. Anyway, back to... Yeah, let's do that. There's nothing really we can do as far as loadout goes. We don't have... I think we have literally 0 options for loadout. But the reason I didn't take Cyrus, I would like for him to be one of the people that goes into the guerrilla training facility once we finally get it completed, so that we can choose his class. Because again, no side troopers, no sharpshooters. This is going to be rangers and grenadiers primarily, and ideally 1 specialist, which we've already got covered in Ma Juglick. So let's go do Operation Dark Grave, which isn't ominous at all as far as mission names go. We had a dark grave on the last mission that we had to bury poor Rookie Charles back there in a shallow grave somewhere outside of wherever that mission happened. I honestly don't remember. This is the outskirts of San Francisco. I mean, there are probably worse places to wind up in a shallow grave in San Francisco. For instance, you know, like anywhere in Arkansas. That'd be worse. I wasn't paying any attention to what Bradford was saying, by the way. Recover collaborator database. So this is a data retrieval. All right, we got a hacker workstation. Neutralize all enemy targets, hacker workstation. Okay, we're on it, Bradford. You got it. We got Ma Juglick, and she took a computing class over to the community college so she could learn how that World Wide Web thing works. Get the email for Paul.
This is Avenger. The access point we're after is just ahead.
Well, fortunately, it is not terribly far away. We only have 8 turns, though, which is unfortunate, and also this base is placing... okay. So the enemy facility is, by and large, kind of fortressed up. All right, Ma, let's send you forward here. What if we just go into the rooftop?
I'm on the move.
The odds of there being enemies on this rooftop seem minimal. It will give us aim advantages if we have the height advantage. We also have detection tiles all over the place up there. So, yeah, you know what? I think rooftop shenanigans are the best shenanigans. I do not want to go to this tile for fear that for somehow that might be a detection tile. So instead, I'm going to bring old Jolene up here. Jolene, Jolene, Jolene. Don't take my man just because you can. I just want to make sure this rooftop is free of detection tiles. And it is. And then as a result, I think we're going to bring the rest of the team just up here onto this roof. Couple advantages to this. It lets us cover ground. It gives us height advantage, which gives us bonuses to hit when we finally decide to start shooting. And 2, just lets us get closer to our ultimate goal without risk of fear or discovery.
On it.
Without risk of fear? Without risk of discovery. Without fear or risk of discovery. Way to go, Pete. Making that Jeff Foxworthy look smarter and smarter and smarter. I guess I might be a redneck, huh? Well, there's no guessing involved. Definitely yet. We do have to get really only Ma Juglick within sight of that. So these are now all detection tiles and thus definitely need to be avoided. We can't see that guy, really? We can't see him from there. We can see him from where we're at. Never mind. 88% chance to hit. That's pretty good. Ma Juglick, I think we're going to bring you up here.
Moving out.
So what is definitely not a detection tile, thank you. 95% chance for Ma. So I think we're probably going to drop Ma into Overwatch. Let's get Abigail and Judy up here. And see if they can get eyes on that sectoid.
Our gremlins can attempt to access the Advent network from here.
interesting, Lily, but I'm not really worried about hacking that yet. Again, Ma Juglick has just had the one course at the community college. I'm not really sure she's up to it yet. We cannot see the sectoid, but we can probably figure out what tile he is in simply by there'll be one tile we can't stand in. He is right there. Okay, so the sectoid, by process of elimination, has to be in that tile. What are our chances of cleaning him up? Well, if he moves, theoretically not terrible. If we bring Judy over here, let's have Judy Overwatch. We're going to have Abigail Overwatch as well. Ma Juglick. You know what? I'm actually going to put you on Overwatch also. And then we're going to have, I think we just have Mylena go ahead and take a shot at this guy. Mylena either gets the kill or Ma Juglick has a 90, well, she had a 90% chance here. This is a pretty solid chance she just straight up kills him. If she doesn't, and only does 3 damage, which was always a possibility, when this guy breaks for cover, Ma Juglick should have an amazing chance of putting him in the ground. So we now have one sectoid, 1 advent trooper. Ma Juglick's gonna dome that man. Yeah, I got the job done. 3 damage.
Taken care of.
Another 3 damage. Okay, we had really good chances to hit there, 96%, and that guy is not in an amazing defensive position. What's he gonna do on his turn? Reanimate this dead guy, maybe? That would be beautiful. If you could reanimate the dead guy, we could have our bevy of beautiful ladies shoot you in the top of the skull. Yep. Perfect. I couldn't have choreographed that better if I were Twyla Tharp. Yeah, I know, that was kind of an odd reference. Twyla Tharp.
No respite for the dead. The aliens have found a way to mine.
Oh, don't worry, Bradford. We're going to put him right back in the ground. It's not a problem at all. Judy Webb has this man flanked and has a height advantage of a huge bonus. 96% chance for Miss Webb to finish this guy off. There you go. Problem solved.
Hostile terminated.
Probably going to get credit for the zombie, too. That's a twofer for Judy. That's what we like to see. All right, Ma Juglick. Well, then, let's bring you down here. This area should be clear.
Moving out.
We are no longer concealed, though, so we have to be very careful about going forward. And we are... Well, for a moment, I was flanked, which was fucking hugely unfortunate. We're still in a pretty shitty overall position. Tell me we have 1 shooter on the rooftop. We still have 1 shooter on the rooftop. We can get rid of that cover. We've got a pretty good chance to make some decent stuff happen. We got 2 potential shooters. All right, Ma Juglick, what's on this? Oh. Very interesting. Okay, so perfect information actually tells us what we have a chance. Disguise signals? I actually don't know what that does. Squad disguise signals. I actually don't know what this does.
Infiltration in progress.
Anyway, what I was saying, perfect information shows us what our hack options are before we actually have to fly over there and hack it. That's a monumentally huge time saver if I just remembered what this stuff did. Soldier or squad immediately gained... Okay, well, we're not doing that. I'm not going to risk a pot of reinforcements for concealment, which by and large wouldn't do us a whole hell of a lot of good. Although squad concealment right here might be beautiful. If we're only going to kill one of these guys, and I kind of feel like we're only going to kill one of these guys, it seems like we should try and focus our efforts on the commander. Yeah, okay, so Ma, give me a frag grenade out there. If you could destroy his cover and expose him, we're also going to get some damage. Mostly it's the cover destruction we're looking for. Then we can have one of our rooftop shooters put some bullets in his skull. Melina, let's get you up here and see what you can do with a shot. We're going to try and get kills for units that don't have kills when possible. 85% chance to hit here. Don't let the dark sunglasses fool you. Our girl is getting it done. I was hopeful we might... okay. Well, I was hopeful we might be able to get a kill on that and then have this person also shoot at that other Advent Trooper. But taking this Advent Officer out is very definitely more important. I really wish we had taken that shot first and gotten the critical. Okay, yes, I'm actually quite happy now, Abigail, because you got promoted. So yes, I'm happy now. I'm happy now like a, oh god, please don't let him throw a grenade. That would have been a monumental tragedy if that man had thrown a grenade at us. This guy should have, he didn't even take a shot, he double moved. Excellent then, we're sitting pretty. We're sitting real pretty. Ma Juglick, then them old Duke boys and Ma Juglick were in a right dilly of a pickle. But then old Ma said, you know what? If we just come over here and hide behind this little old trash can,
Confirmed.
take cover behind this wall, we can shoot this man in the
Got
back.
us on the objective.
For a second there, I thought Ma Juglick spawned another pod and I was going to be unspeakably salty. Instead, Ma, if you would please. Solid work. So Ma Juglick with the kill and an opportunity for some loot as well. And I got to assume that the web girls are going to be able to finish this last guy off. That was a grenade. Melina has a grenade. Do I want to use that grenade? I've got 3 65% shots. Actually, 1 85% shot. Never mind. Melina, just shoot that man in the brain. That's okay. Man, say what you want about Melina, she also follows orders. She's a fantastic shot and follows orders to the letter. I said, shoot that man in the brain, and what did she do? She shot him directly in his brain immediately. He's like, okay, I'll just immediately shoot him in the brain. It's fine. Don't worry about it. He wasn't using that brain anyway. What do we pick up for loot? A hair trigger and PCS agility, which is tantamount to finding nothing, effectively. We could have, I could have gotten nothing from those finds and been just about as pleased as I am with what I actually got. I really hate foregoing my sniper's position here. Let's take a turn and reload and overwatch, just in case something decides to wander into our zone here. Ma Juglick is in a good spot to hack. She can see the device. There's no reason to not go ahead and straight up eliminate the turn timer right now. All right, Ma, let's see how those community college professors did. Were they good at their jobs or not? Watch list. Reduces the contact for a nearby region by 50% or 21%. We always take increased hacking. Okay, well, turns out the Sally Struthers correspondence hacking course wasn't exactly what Ma Juglick needed to get the job done. But I still feel that was a chance well taken, because we would have failed. Regardless of which one we did, we failed either way.
Successful acquisition of the Advent files. Eliminate any remaining hostiles in the area.
Okay, well, we know where the remaining hostiles are, because for whatever reason, we also happen to get an audio clue off of that. They're straight ahead.
Ready to engage.
We've killed 5 enemies, so I have to assume that there are probably like 1 pod of 3 enemies left. I'm going to guess Sectoid and probably 2 Advent troopers. Or it could be an Advent officer and 2 troopers. Honestly, I'd really rather fight the Sectoid.
Overwatch.
They are not going to patrol into us, which is unfortunate. So let's get everybody as close as possible before we spawn them then. We're going to have to forego our height advantage, which I don't like because it has been... Honestly, it's probably been instrumental in our success so far. Being up on this building with the massive height advantage has really given our bevy of beautiful, deadly dames here an opportunity to put bullets in brains. Deadly dames putting bullets in brains. How has that not been a tagline for some manner of action film?
We got something over here.
It seems like a Zack Snyder joint for sure. I mean, if he could make Sucker Punch, deadly, beautiful dames putting bullets in brains would have been better in Sucker Punch. Feel free to use that title, by the way, Zach, if you want to. Go ahead. I give you, you have license.
Got eyes on Advent position.
Please stay near that exploding barrel. Please, please, for the love of all that is holy, do not scatter away from the explosive tank of propane. You need you to stay close to that tank of propane and propane accessories. Or take cover behind an exploding car, which is also not a terrible thing. Okay. So we've got a respectable number of options here. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to best exploit them. I think the first things first is you can't quite throw it far enough to kill him, can you? Nope, can't quite get the tank. That's all right. Well, it's unfortunate is what it is. One more, we need literally one more tile. Can anybody get closer to her than her and still have the ability to throw that grenade? Yes, but we would have to forego any sort of cover in order to do that. No, we can't do it because we're not going to have enough subsequent damage to make up the deficit. So that's a terrible idea. All right, then. I think we bring Abigail up to this half cover still. There are still some things we can do. We still have options. This is fine. We're not going to get the tank of propane, which we would have liked to, you know, destroy and maybe make Hank Hill cry. But that's fine. We can blow up this car. We get some damage on the sectoid. The car is destroyed. It's definitely going to go up. Judy, you have just, like, bad shots all the way around.
On your order.
Let's get you up here. Your cover, again, also not fantastic. I don't suppose... Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't suppose, and I didn't suppose for a reason. Melina? Kind of shitty shots. Okay, we're going to have Melina do something unusual, which is... Let's just go for the kill on this guy.
Take this.
We could get the kill with a grenade straight up, even if we don't blow the tank, which we did. Oh, okay, straight up 4 damage, got it done. Beautiful. Ma Juglick. Let's go with aid protocol on Mylena, and then I think we're going to have Ma Juglick drop into Overwatch. This should not end Ma Juglick's turn, by the way. If it does, I'm going to be really salty. Oh, good. Then Ma, you're on Overwatch. Judy, also Overwatch. This guy either stays near the car and explodes, or he takes a bunch of Overwatch and dies. Either way, we win. He has reanimated a zombie. That is not a problem for us at all, because that means his turn is over. He's standing next to an exploding vehicle. It will probably kill him. Unbelievable. 45% chance to hit, and he pulled it off. Am I salty about that? More than a little. Still, we only need to kill 2 people here. Wait a minute, did the... Okay. I was about to have a little bit of a conniption fit right there, in that I thought the person we threw the aid protocol at is actually the one who got hit. I was gonna fly off the handle. I'm prone to handle flying off, I'm not gonna lie. Who has a grenade? Judy still has a grenade. Alright, we're going all or nothing here. This is a full commitment. Our last grenade, it's our last one, our last donut. It's a jelly. We're gonna throw it. Judy? Didn't quite get the job. Is that man on fire? Please tell me that man is on fire. Or is in a tile that is on... he's definitely going to be on fire if he is not already on fire. So then Abigail, who did get shot, we're gonna bring you over here to this corner. You gotta kill this sectoid for me. This is the priority target. This is the man who needs to die. I know there's a raging inferno in the road, so it's going to have some line of sight issues and make it a difficult shot, but I can see that you have the intestinal fortitude and wherewithal to still make it count. I'm proud of you. And that just leaves one man who, under any ordinary circumstances, should die. He's in the open, he's flanked, he's on fire. I can't really imagine how things could possibly get worse for this guy. Unless Mylena puts him a bullet in his face, which she did. Okay, that's how they could get worse. Or is it, he was dead either way. Is that not, maybe we put him out of his misery on that one? We saved him from death in a fire? Well, we're only batting 500 now. We made it through the mission. Operation Dark Grave didn't put anybody in the grave. It did put a soldier in the hospital, but hospital is better than dead. Let's just hope nobody got promoted as a sniper. We hit every single one of our shots? Wow. Okay. 1 enemy per turn with all rookies is also pretty solid performance. Mylena is a Jacques, dealt the most damage. Oh, Mylena, we're marrying you into the Juglick family. Don't you worry. You're going to be a Juglick. Ma has 14 sons. Because, again, she, Ma has 14 sons. That's what you do when the sun goes down in Hillbilly Town. There's not a lot to do at night. And when Ma's not busy taking community, classes at the community college, she's DTF. What can I say? Ma Juglick likes, she likes a little slap and tickle. She likes to get her jugs licked. Okay, that was maybe a little crass. Maybe a little crass? Probably. Mission's over, though. I feel good. Let's hope nobody gets promoted to sharpshooter so we don't have to fire him. Although, also, we don't really want anybody promoted to specialist either. We did pick up an engineer for that guerrilla operation, which is fantastic. We can assign that guerrilla engineer to building a guerrilla warfare center, which will give us the ability to train our troopers. Let's get our promotions taken care of. Ricky Webb, you should be a ranger by default. Because we don't have a ranger yet. Oh, she's deadly with a gun. She's deadly with a sword. Yeah, that's right. It's shotguns down here in these here parts, folks. You got the deadly shotgun. It's sharpshooting. We don't need none of that. But we got old Judy Webb. Old Judy. She's ready to kill, boy. She looks good. All right, Ricky's a jock. Unfortunate. Although, honestly, a backup specialist is not the end of the world. Somebody's got to back up Ma Juglick, who actually did get promoted. Ma Juglick, I've been going with combat protocol, but I'm going with, since we're only ideally going to have a maximum of one specialist on a team at a time, I'm going with a little bit different build this time. I am not going to take combat protocol. I'm going to take medical protocol. Ma Juglick, she's got the down-home remedies. There's what we needed. Another grenadier who, unfortunately, is also wounded for 38 days. So both of our grenadiers that we have on staff right now are out for the foreseeable future, which is unfortunate. Still, any mission you could walk away from, they say, is a quality mission. And we didn't get a sharpshooter, so we don't have to immediately fire anyone. A backup specialist is something I don't hate. We are going to want a specialist on every mission. Are you back already?
The council you once knew is no more. Its membership.
Why couldn't they have drug you down with them, Optimus Prime? That's really my only question. Why couldn't they have taken you down with them?
It is good to see you again.
The reverse is not true, Optimus Prime.
I have done all I can to aid the resistance from the inside.
Yeah, it's because you're so busy making honest trailers, Optimus Prime. If you would just knock that shit off, you'd have a lot more time to aid the resistance. But no, you have to say things that people tweet at you. Also, don't think I'm firing shots at the honest trailer guys. I actually think that channel is fantastic. If you don't subscribe to honest trailers, do yourself a favor. Go do that right now. Excellent stuff.
Before it is too late. What you are seeing are classified reports of missing civilians from across the world.
Yeah, the other thing you're going to get if you do subscribe to Honest Trailers, by the way, is having subscribed to Honest Trailers, after you realize that the guy who does that voice and the guy who does the voice of Optimus Prime is the same individual, you will never be able to hear the Optimus Prime guy's voice as Optimus Prime anymore. He's just going to be Honest Trailers guys for you, and it kind of puts a clever little spin on all of his dialogue here.
Establish contact with the local cells.
Because it's like he's doing an Honest Trailer for XCOM.
Find this black site and shut it down.
Yep. Okay, we'll get to that in about 200 days, roughly, Optimus Prime.
Good luck.
Yeah, thanks for shining your big bald dome at me. Could you go away now? I've had my fill of you.
New objective added.
You could have at least said something funny about an upcoming movie, or actually a movie that recently got released on DVD, which is actually how that works. But don't tell me more. I already know all about the black-sized region. We did pick up Dr. Denise Mason, Engineer. We're going to give Dr. Denise Mason, Engineer, an immediate task. We're not going to have her begin excavation. We are instead going to assign her... Actually, we kind of...
We can start clearing out space for new facilities, Commander.
Yeah, I know. I'm tempted to... Now, you know what? The Guerrilla Tactics School is actually vastly more important. I was thinking about having her clear debris, but no. I want Denise Mason on this so that we can start training. Rather than having people level up at random, we really need to be able to train them to particular classes. And this is where I'm going to wrap things up for this episode now that we got Denise cracking the whip down there at the GTS. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot. And if you'd like to see more of our Hillbilly Tweakers playthrough of XCOM 2, I consider subscribing as well. You might also consider subscribing to Honest Trailers, a channel that is actually delightful to watch. Anyway, thanks for... Oh, okay, Bradford with his patented outro interruption. All right. This is still your shtick, Bradford?
Just as much as we have. And now they'll be expecting
Talk about uncreative. I mean, I know I'm not particularly creative either, but once in a while I do come up with something amusing. But you just had the one gimmick, huh?
Starting to get interesting.
Just gonna beat that horse until it's not only dead, but has just been reduced to nothing but bones, huh? Oh, that's fine. Go ahead. Keep flailing. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.